Welcome to the Short Funk Podcast. I'm Tom Barbalet. A recording that I tried to make associated with my time in Australia that never properly came out for a variety of factors. Mainly that I found myself getting lost in a narrative, which happens, is associated with the amount of time that I spent with people in Australia. Aside from work, aside from spending time with my wife, I spend a good portion of my time alone, and I actually enjoy spending time alone. I mean, I have a lot of projects that require me to spend time alone focused on these particular projects. And the thing that interested me about Australia was I actually spent every moment of my time in Australia with other people. I had no time in hotel rooms or these kind of things. I mean, I'm trying to imagine, really, there were very few times where, I think my brother went out for a run for like 10 minutes while I was staying with him. But the rest of the time, I was continuously around people. I went to a shopping mall and wandered around a shopping mall. I did some brief, shopping things, but never for more than about an hour. And what was particularly curious through all these things is when I was in Australia, historically, I used to buy things like magazines, variety of eclectic things you can only get in Australia, strange sweets and these kind of things. I still have magazines from when I was in the UK, so I've kind of pretty well killed that whole folly associated with purchasing magazines. And I don't think I'll be doing that in the future. I did buy a couple of magazines, but they were uniquely Australian magazines associated with the fact that they talked in a very Australian way. There's a whole lot of stuff where when you buy magazines here, for example, let's say radio control plane magazines, a hobby that I no longer have, but I did buy a drone magazine while I was in Australia. In the US or the UK, when you buy these kind of hobby magazines, they have a kind of professional glimmer to them. The editors of said magazines appear like professional people, like this particular thing is their life, and they take their life very seriously. The Australian magazines don't have any of this veneer. You get the sense of amateur camaraderie, for want of a better term. The fact that things aren't really quite properly baked. The fact that hobbyists in these particular areas are hobbyists and revel in the fact that they're hobbyists. So I bought a couple of magazines while I was in Australia. But in large part, my time was really heavily booked with people and seeing people and talking with people and maximizing my time communicating with people, which was a very strange thing. I don't know if I had set narratives associated with things. I got to Australia pretty exhausted. I left Australia with very little sleep, but somehow I managed to kind of eke together things. And I've already talked about Kingston and spending time with him in Australia. But yes, it's a funny thing spending so much time with people. And it's interesting that I'm now optimizing my time away in that light, because I really don't have any need for possessions or things like that or souvenirs or this kind of stuff. I'm kind of past that in my life. And as I sit here actually recording in my podcasting room, which I haven't been able to get into and record for many, many months, I'm surrounded by these eclectic souvenirs that I have from various places, which all seem relatively meaningless in the scope. Tom Barbalet in San Jose, signing out.